What's up, guys? Welcome to my best top 10 anime characters of all time. Number 1, Logan Paul. Number 2, Zenitsu. Number 3, Shoto Todoroki. I haven't even seen My Hero Academia, but he's up there. Number 4, it's gotta be, Sonic the Hedgehog. 5, Pinkie Pie. 6, the Fruit Bats from My Little Pony. That's not up there. Number 7 is, Tanjiro. 8, Inosuke. 9, it's gotta be, Sailor Moon. And 10, Jake Paul. Best anime characters ever. And that's how anime works.
Welcome back, guys. I got a snack. I got a snack while I was out.
Stop doing ASMR.
Today, we're playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Katie.
Cup's Head. DLC, probably. There's a really cool video relating to the Stanley Parable I want to show you after we record this video.
Uh-huh.
It's made by the Peoples, and it's very important to the Stanley Parable. Okay, you can put this on now. You gotta listen. There's no audio at this point, but you still gotta listen. In case there might be audio. I played the game with headphones, so you have it as well. Hey, it's Davey Rudin. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's on the screen subtitles, but you click English good. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes.
Yes, I have. No, I haven't.
He hasn't, but I told him to think yes.
What does that say?
So the computer's barely visible. The people watching this can even see us moving it, so we can see it. Barely visible. Like, you can still see the outline, but like he's kind of notice. That one you can't see it at all, so you still want to like see the outline of the computer. So no, I can't see the outline of the computer. Turn it up a bit. That's good. Yeah, you can see the outline.
Like, is this important?
Yes. Why would they put it here and it not be important? You have to change the hour to make it 12 p.m. instead of a.m. There you go. No. There you go. There you go. Time has passed since we used to do that. No accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. I will have to put Stanley Parable. There is some blood. In case you don't like blood, there's only 1 and 2 endings. No, it is just okay. Test achievement is ignored.
Wasn't there an achievement for like going into the achievements?
Go to down to accessibility. Down a little bit. I want to do it. Down. No, it's up. Yeah. Suicide, trauma, and mental health issues.
Okay.
You can turn that off actually. Just warning people that
We don't know what endings we're gonna get.
Yeah. So if there are some that relate to those things. So if that's an issue for you,
We can like put like a little thing at the beginning or something, and just.
if that's an issue for you, then this is probably not the video.
Alright, we might even put that in like the Who's Your Daddy video, even though it's more cartoony violence, but still. Alright. Oh, we might want to close that door.
Yeah,
Can you do that real quick? Just.
the audio you're hearing right now. Not supposed this was the rapper. This is the really creepy statement. Davey Rudin. Rudin? Yeah, his name is not Rudin.
Alright. Let's begin the game.
The end is never.
The end.
Is never.
So, is it just the end is never, or is it the end is never the end?
The end is never. The end is loading. Never.
Alright.
Don't skip this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
No, this is the narrator.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
Stanley.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So, this is.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What ending should we try and go for?
Two. Do one of the new ones. I'll tell you which one's the new ones. Go left. I'll tell you which one. Actually, no, go right.
Go into the door.
You know, take whichever one, and then I'll tell you a new one. Basically.
Hey, Alex.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah,
Wait, did I enter the door on my left?
yes.
Oh.
There's the new ending.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
It's him.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You may not recognize his voice. Because I didn't. So, go there. Go in there. This is the cool room. Go in. This is, like I said.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crispy.
Crispy money. Money crisp. It's a cookie
Oh.
crisp.
Oh,
This is
okay.
what the executives eat. They eat money crisp.
Alright.
I like how they rebuilt this entire game for other platforms because this was originally on the Source engine. And,
Looks like that's a no.
and
I'm half expecting a jump scare for some reason. Like, this is not
Stepping
a
into
horror
his
game.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
like the Green Age music.
It is. I do.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I gotta do the spirit achievement. I gotta get that one.
Seriously, this is not a horror game, and I'm still expecting some type of jump scare.
There isn't gonna be a jump scare. There's actually two new endings relating to here, but I'll have to let you figure out one.
loading.
Yep. Loading.
So I guess I'm just going for like the normal ending.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, those sparks.
There's a third option.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Where's the third one?
I'm not telling you. It's not through any of these two paths.
Let's just do like the normal ending.
Okay, well, there's a secret ending in this room. Oh my, figure your ass out. I'm on the trip. You know what to do?
Ooh, am I gonna jump off?
Yes. This is a good ending.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
new to the game?
Welcome. You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs.
I love
How
these
about
types of
this?
jokes.
We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
This was amazing. I'm glad we did
Jumped
this.
on the catwalk. You should have been careful. Should have been careful. Used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
So that was a great ending.
Yes, it was. Alright, there is one ending I do know how to do, but I don't know how to do it.
I can help you if you want me to.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Emergency or it was either that or ill. It's ill. Remember, I glitched out of one of the maps. Unintentionally. No, it was intentionally, but unintentionally.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Race, you got this guy.
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Which one are you gonna pick? Restart the game, continue on, come back and do the other option, or just stay here forever. I'm pretty sure he doesn't come back. If you want to restart the game, pause, and then go to restart.
Oh, there's the windows.
That's where he came from. Begin
Alright.
the game again.
I was trying to look for it a second ago. I was like, where'd they go?
But they're there. They're up in the sky.
Alright. That was fun. I'm so glad I did this. Just wait till we play Goat Simulator.
Comedy and talkingness. I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Wasn't there
What could
like
it mean?
something that was like
Stanley
click
decided
on
to go to
door
the
a couple
meeting room.
hundred times?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We'll just do like a basic. What was it? 416.
No, it wasn't 416.
No, let's just do it regular. Let's just
When
continue.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
think-
just to spend
I
a
think
few
that-
moments, but
that
eager
door
to
looks
get back to
pretty dark
business.
in the original.
Stanley
It's
took the
pretty
first
bright.
open door on his left.
Maybe it's because you messed up the brightness or something.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Look at those boxes. Then expanded with these boxes. Well, it's something near where the boxes are.
You know, there's an ending for jumping off.
Yeah, but there's another one, and the location is near those boxes. That's where the ending is. I'll tell you. But I'm not telling you how to get there. Is it the chair? Try getting on the chair. Can you get on the chair? You cannot get on the chair.
It looks like it's a no.
It's near the boxes. I don't think you can get on the boxes. You have to do some sick tricks to get it right from right now.
Hmm.
You can just go on another ending. But I'm just saying there's one there.
Penalty for missing a cargo lift 1,000. Penalty for jumping off a cargo lift 5,000.
Okay. Do not jump, and penalty's $5,000.
Alright.
You might be dead, but
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
probably jump off now.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Bug gets
Look,
past this
let me
point.
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Okay.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because
Like,
this
he
is what
is
you wanted to
divorced,
see.
or he's just divorced?
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Sorry for not laughing
Tell
at
you
any
what,
of this.
let me take a
have
stab in the
seen
dark
lot
at a
of
new
this.
design, and you can give me some feedback.
I don't know why Alex we opened
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations. You saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
How do you like this Stanley Parable? Person on the list, good old Neil. He's pretty high up there. Do you know that 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door, and 98.9% of players are more like Stanley.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
I
You
am
wouldn't mind taking a look
not
at it, would
going
you?
through like
Perfect.
3
Let me
hours
boot
on
it
this
up.
game.
3 hours, it's 4 hours.
That's even worse.
Someone's actually done it.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards
Well, I'm not
danger.
gonna do it.
You click the button
least
to
not
move him
now.
back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
Maybe
This
a lot of
seems
people
like
already know
it'll
what's gonna
work.
happen
Let's
next.
give it a shot.
Only people who have seen Ultra Deluxe know what's happening next.
You ever seen other people play the original game?
Yeah, so you'll be surprised on what's happening next.
Oh.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
I don't even
What's
know
our
what this game
backstory?
is.
What is our motivation?
Which is like
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must
Like the
be.
games used to.
What a
It was
fascinating
like
venture
Minecraft
into the
before.
experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game,
Do I
Stanley.
know the other
And
game?
it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Yeah, that's the Minecraft door opening sound.
sorry, I accidentally hit a cheap fatigue.
It's okay, I do it all the time.
Only 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Wasn't 25 seconds. Okay, now I'm not
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
What the heck,
You really
dude?
wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
It's audio processing to make him sound more like he did back in the 2013 version because time has passed. That's the cool fact. People.
Rocket League?
Yes.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will
Was
be
that
phenomenally
a part
impressed.
of the game, or was that on my Switch?
That was on your Switch. Why would
Okay.
someone be playing?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
I just wanted to
There are
know.
lots of cars
That's
here in
how
the back,
good
but
it is
obviously
at
there's no
breaking the
racetrack.
fourth wall.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We
Yeah,
shall
that's
run
where
the
my
bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Ah!
They hit you on the head. So this is sports ball. How do you enjoy it?
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates... Hold on. What are you doing?
You did the same thing I did. Later, he gives you more balls to play with. But I just fell down.
Like, you're not supposed to do that?
You are. But that's only after he takes away.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You
Is this
know
a new
that.
ending?
Stanley.
This specific part is specifically from the old one, the portal part. Okay, go down. If you see a place to go down, go down. You can't, there you go. Have fun. No, that wasn't down.
You just hate dark spaces in these games.
Well, if you see a place where you can jump down, jump down. So you're supposed to do it.
All I did.
So this area you're in right now,
Yes.
explore it a little bit, and then I'll tell you what it is. This is your office. Employee 427.
What am I doing?
Like I said, this is your office.
I'm still expecting a jump scare.
There isn't a jump scare.
I know, but still.
So anyways, this place is the original Stanley Parable mod for Half-Life 2, I think, or Half-Life 1. But it was originally a mod for Half-Life, and this is the original map for that mod.
So am I just stuck here?
Yes.
So I just have to quit?
No, resume the game. You don't quit. Just continue walking around. That's fine.
Okay.
There is the exit, except there isn't.
I wonder what he found.
What did you find?
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Your choice?
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it, he'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Sad thing is, the end is never. He can't wait forever.
Alright. Do you want to... How much longer do you want to record?
Just do 2 more endings.
Alright. What ending should I do next?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Which one has Alex Hirsch in it?
You have to do a few other endings to get them.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Video than to have the one with Alex Hirsch in it. He's there.
This was not
Like,
the
what
correct
endings we
way
have
to the
to do?
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
How many amount of times?
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
That one?
No, down there. It's down there. Not down there. Bit to your left, more to your left. Go forward a bit. But don't go off. Yeah, see that right there? That's it. Try and get there. It does become easier later on, so but at least try to attempt to get there.
Can't
If you
jump.
fail, you will get a secret. You will get another ending. So at least that's a plus. Okay. Try it now.
In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to
content
tell him what
warning.
to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, yeah, got another ending.
This person, Logan, won't film.
What?
That's a funny joke because Logan Paul filmed their body. He's censoring out that.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
It should appear. You should notice that. Seriously, you remember Celeste? Begin. How long does it take?
Like, is it, like, extremely noticeable?
It's extremely noticeable that there's something new, and I wanted to have it in this video at least.
Okay.
At least one of the things, because we may do a part 2.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess continue down the next. We'll do 2 ones after this. I guess. Do whatever you want.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You can't go in that door, but
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
That was amazing! I don't think I've ever seen that before, and that was amazing.
that's called the power of speedrunning.
Blah, blah, blah. Weird news.
Alex, close the door.
Dang dork. He'll be back. And we were right.
Just opening it. I don't want to.
Press up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh yeah, this is someplace new totally. What is it?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Alright.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Can I go up again?
Behind you.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
This is gonna be the last time, and then I'm just gonna continue on.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
There's like a time with the music to close the door. There's a time like the music, like it's like music.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
I can't believe they got Mega Man, the Mega Man character in this movie.
It's like they had like the suspenseful dun 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 music. I was like, wait, something happening, or just
No, this spot's
oh my gosh.
All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I'm gonna go up again.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
So, this is an old grandma butterscotch. My brother really likes them. He even gave one to our grandma. So he's reversing the roles. That's interesting.
And up.
Tastes like butterscotch.
Oh, does nothing happen?
Well, something does happen.
Okay.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you, which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
The world's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed, how they did it, the pyramids, live, the guy who went to Mars.
There is more.
All eyes on Stanley.
Yeah, you're on stage.
Oh, this is amazing. An evening with world peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Alright, just Stanley. The world's first sentient machine.
Q&A with the world's first
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm doing
it looks like
great.
they're ready for
I
you.
can't read the rest of it.
Go get 'em.
The Lord.
What's happened to the Lord?
Yeah, that's like okay.
Conversation with Alexander. What else? A meet and greet with the Lord. The dude who came up with pizza.
Yo,
No
dude!
way! Who's the dude who came up with pizza?
An audience with the dude who came up with pizza.
You gotta go, Alex. It's happening tomorrow. You gotta go. Dude came up with pizza. You gotta go to see that.
Purple.
Where are you looking?
Oh. Okay, I thought I had to stop. Is that what I look like? You're handsome.
Yeah, he's only a press conference.
Oh,
He's
okay,
giving
that
out
was it.
butterscotch to everyone.
Okay, that was fun.
It was fun.
Okay. I want to meet Bill Cipher though.
Yeah. Hopefully he appears now. If he doesn't, we're gonna have to restart.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, this is
New content.
he's a name.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Real quick. Never mind. But it was like, they cut me out right as I was leaving, like, the new content door. It was like, oh, new content, leave, and then just cut that out and just had me go into the door.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Alex?
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and
right, I didn't
commercial
know
success,
him.
it was expanded upon
No,
in
I only knew it was
2022
him
with the
because
Stanley
he's the
Parable
only other voice
Ultra
actor.
Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
By the way,
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe
This
content.
game inspired Gravity Falls?
yeah, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, not the original, this one. Little known tip.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
Oh, yeah, there's one other. There's like a
here we
female
go.
voice, but that
All
was
right,
in the old
finally,
one.
at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been
Was
more
that the other
ready.
voice
Let's do
actor,
it.
or? Alright.
Also,
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
jump if you can, but don't waste them all. There's a secret one. Get to 30, sorry. You had fun jumping, now you can leave. The jumps are important for later.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, No gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
That was it.
I mean, there is more of their endings caused by this ending, but that in another video.
Alright.
So yeah, we'll be checking out more of the new stuff later. I'm now a scholar.
This looks like something new.
It is something new.
If I leave, will it just be back?
It'll just be back.
Alright, so I guess that's it for now.
Remember, book signing yesterday. Four Swords Adventure.
So like,
Part one.
just that's it.
This book. Not me. If you bring
And
part
autosaves?
two, I will punch you. It does autosaves.
Alright, so I can just leave and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, it looks like that's it for now.
Tune in next time for some Thunder Drone part.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some games on Steam now. So, hi Jamie. Okay, see you then.